cross, triangle, here at Special Effect we are always looking at new ways for people to play games if using a standard controller is difficult. In this video we're going to show you how you can set up voice controls on consoles to emulate button presses using a free piece of software called GAVPI and a Titan 2 adapter. We are using a PlayStation 4 for this video, but this setup will also work for Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. The equipment that you will need to set this up include a Windows PC, a PS4 console and controller, a Titan 2, and a headset with a microphone. The headphones that we are using are called Turtle Beach P11. You will also need 3 micro USB cables, one of which is included with the Titan 2. First we will have a look at getting the hardware set up, and then we will have a look at the software. Before we start, remember to make sure your console is configured to use USB communication for controllers to ensure that it works with the Titan 2. Plug the Titan 2's micro USB cable into the output slot on the Titan itself, and then plug the other end of this cable into the controller port on your PS4 console. Now connect your PC to the Titan 2 via the prog slot on the back of the Titan using your second micro USB cable. Now connect your PS4 controller to input A on the front of the Titan 2 with your last micro USB cable. Even if you aren't going to be using the controller itself, you do need to do this, as the PS4 needs an official PS4 controller plugged into the Titan to be able to verify. Now plug your headset into the PC. Your hardware setup will look something like this. Now we will have a look at the software. The first thing you need to do is set up your mic for speech recognition. Now let's have a look at GAVPI software. The link to the website is in the description of this video. First you need to make a new profile. Now add a phrase by right-clicking under Triggers. We would recommend saying the name of a button to activate that button, for example saying cross to press cross. However, you can use any word that you can easily and reliably say. Now we are going to create an action sequence. Give the sequence a name such as press cross. Now add a new action to the sequence. Click the From Press button and now select which keyboard key you want the sequence to activate. In this case we will use X. This action is for key down. We now need to time how long the button is going to be pressed down for. So change the action type to timing and add a timing action of 100 milliseconds. We now need a key up to release the button. So change the action type back to key press, add a new action, and this time set the press type to key up. Now you could add a comment to help you remember which keyboard key you will be pressing. Now we need to link the sequence to the phrase trigger. Right-click the action sequence and select Add to Trigger. Let's try this one more time. This time we will set up the word triangle and the keyboard press T to activate the triangle button on the PS4 controller. Now we will save the profile as PS4 controller. And now you can close the profile page. Click the Listen button to set GAVPI to listen for the commands we just made. If you get this error message, just go to the settings and press Save. Let's have a look at using the cross command out of game. So when I say the word cross, the software displays that it's picked up the word and presses the X key, and likewise when I say triangle, T is pressed. Now we need to have a look at the Titan 2 software, which is called Gtuner 4. First you need to download Gtuner. The link to this software is available in the description for this video. Now open the software. You need to make a new input translator. You need to name the file. We are calling ours PS4 controller. Go to meta information and also name this PS4 controller. Now go to keyboard mapping. Create new key. You now need to map whichever keys that you used for GAVPI. For example, we used X for cross and T for triangle. To find out which button is the cross key on a PS4 controller, click Help and then click GPC Input Reference. Or you can do this by pressing F1. This brings up the button list for the controller. Look down the PS4 list and find the button you want to map. For us, we are using cross button, which is button 16. So now we close the list and go back to the second drop-down menu and select button 16. Now we're going to do the same for triangle. Now click Save. You also need to copy the profile onto the Titan 2. Click the Install to Memory Slot icon and select Memory Slot 1. Now load the profile by right-clicking the profile and selecting Load Memory Slot, or by clicking the number to the left of the profile name. Now open GAVPI and set it to Listen. Now go back to Gtuner. Click Tools and select KMG Capture. Press Enter in capture mode so that Gtuner and the Titan will convert keyboard keys into button presses according to the profile we created. Now we can have a look at the commands working in game. Here we're having a look at Overwatch. So when I say cross, the character jumps. When I say triangle, the character uses their ultimate ability. When you have stopped playing, you need to do the following. To exit capture mode, press Ctrl and Escape keys. On GAVPI, now select Stop Listening. Select Modify to add more commands to your profile. For some commands, you will need to hold a button down, such as using a command for walking forwards. We will use the trigger name and phrase forward and the keyboard key W. When making the sequence, we will have a key down but not a key up. To make the sequence stop, you would instead need a stop command. The stop command will release the walk forward key. Remember to link the action sequences to the corresponding phrases. Save your profile after making any changes. We are going to use the same profile in Gtuner that we used for button presses. Create a new key map. Select W in keyboard mapping. For the controller input, it will be the vertical axis on the left stick, which is stick to Y. Then click inverted to make sure it emulates pushing the stick forward. Now save the profile and install it onto memory slot 1 on the Titan 2. Remember to reload the profile after making any changes. Now as before, set GAVPI to listen and put Gtuner into capture mode. Now let's have a look at walk forward and stop in game. When I say forward, the character walks. When I say stop, the character stops walking. A walk forwards command can work well, but in many games you will need access to one joystick to control the camera. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to discuss voice controls or any of the other work that we do, then please do get in touch. Cross. Stop. Triangle. Forward.